Hey everybody, it's Ron from Pick Dawgz, and this is Ron's Bank Shot Breakdown. We're going to go over 5 college basketball games for Friday, January 10th, 2025. Now, if you like what you see, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to put your college basketball picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games I love the most in college basketball and other sports, you can find those at the Premium Picks tab at pickdawgz.com. There's also a link in the description. Alrighty, here we go. Here are the games for Friday in college hoops. First up, we have Kent State and Buffalo. This one's 6 p.m. Eastern on CBS Sports Network. This is not a great card in college basketball for Friday. There's only 14 games. I don't see a ton of great value opportunities. However, on Saturday, we have 150 games in Division I college basketball, so should be plenty of action, plenty of good spots to find. So I would tread lightly in preparation for Saturday's card. But in this one, I think Buffalo's defense is a little bit underrated, ranked right now 338th in adjusted defensive efficiency. They do struggle mostly defending the three-point jumper, but the good thing is for Buffalo, Kent State is one of the worst three-point shooting teams in the country, ranked 359th with a 26% three-point percentage. They don't score a lot of their points from three-point range, so I think Buffalo actually matches up quite well on the defensive side in this game. I think Kent State wins it in a pretty ugly, low-scoring affair. I'd lean towards the under, but I'm going to take the points here at Buffalo at home. Next up, we'll go to the MAAC as St. Peter's takes on Niagara. This one's 6:30 Eastern. It'll be on ESPN+. We've mentioned a few times, I don't really love this St. Peter's team this season. From a shot quality perspective, just not a great team on either side of the ball, especially on the defensive side, where I do think they are quite overrated. They're right now 32nd in the country in effective field goal percentage defense, but I really think those numbers regress as the season goes along. They're giving up some pretty easy looks. They're also not great on the defensive rebounding side. This is an offense that also turns the ball over quite a bit. So for me, I'm not in love with this St. Peter's team. And now on the road, they've already struggled so far in conference play where they're 0-3 straight up. But I think they lose this one to Niagara. I think Niagara, strong rebounding team on the defensive side, which is really important against St. Peter's. A disciplined defense, a good free throw shooting team. I like Niagara in this one to win and cover. Next up, we have Fairleigh Dickinson and Moyne. This one's going to be 7 p.m. Eastern. This is another team in Fairleigh Dickinson, this time in the NEC, that I kind of had my eyes on going into conference play, that I was looking to fade quite a few times, at least early on in conference play, because in non-conference, we saw Fairleigh Dickinson cover a few spreads in some step-up games, and you give them credit for competing in those, but I really do think that, from a shot quality perspective, defensively, this team is not great. They give up a lot of easy buckets. They're one of the weakest rebounding teams in the country. I just think they've kind of benefited, or maybe you could say have been lucky from teams missing open looks, especially from three-point range. I think Moyne, this is a team that's played a lot of games on the road this year. They fared quite well at home in their few games. Now, majority of those were against subdivision opponents, but still, I think Moyne at home has the advantage in this game. I look for them to win. They're not going to have too many opportunities to win games in conference play this year. This is one of them, though, so give me Moyne in this one. Next up, we have Iona and Fairfield. This one's 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN+. Now, when you're playing a Tobin Anderson team, you have to be able to take care of the ball, and that's exactly what Fairfield does. They're one of the best in the conference at doing so. They're ranked 50th nationally in taking care of the basketball and limiting turnovers. Only about 15% of their possessions end in a turnover. So first, right there, I think Fairfield matches up well in that aspect. Also, Iona is an excellent offensive rebounding team, but so is Fairfield. So I think the Stags can compete there. And then when you look at the differences between these two teams, I think Fairfield a much better shooting team. I think they create better looks offensively. And, Fairfield's defense definitely struggling this year, but Iona is one of the worst shooting teams in the country. They turn the ball over a ton. They're ranked 360th in turnover percentage. I got to give the advantage to Fairfield in this one. I think they put an end to that losing streak. Next up, we have UCLA and Maryland. This one, 8 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Both of these teams are looking to put an end to their mini skid. We've got UCLA on a 2-game losing streak. Maryland, the same thing, but UCLA's lost 3 of its last 4. And these are two really strong defenses, elite defenses, honestly. UCLA is 5th in the country in adjusted defensive efficiency. Maryland ranked 22nd. From a shot quality perspective, both of these teams are some of the best on the defensive side. And Maryland, more importantly, they force a lot of turnovers, and they're an excellent defensive rebounding team. For me, I think it's going to be a close game and a low-scoring game. The differences for me is I think Maryland's the much better shooting team. I think they'll win the turnover battle by quite a bit. And I like the fact that they're strong on the defensive glass, which is really important against UCLA. UCLA also ranked 272nd in free throw shooting. Maryland may not be one of the best in the conference from the charity stripe, but they are better than UCLA by about 4 or 5 percentage points. So in a close game late, playing at home, playing against a ranked opponent, you have a chance to put together a big resume boosting win. I think a lot of the things benefit Maryland in this one rather than UCLA. So I'm going to go with the Terrapins in this one and lay the points. And that's it. Those are the games for Friday in college basketball. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe and put those college basketball picks in the comments section below. Again, if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pick Dawgz Premium. As always, this is Ron Romanelli. Good luck.